Hey, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to the latest episode of Kiande's Music Review. Yes, I'm your host, Kiande, and as always, I'm excited to share this time with you. It is that time again where I get to share 10 more of my all-time favorite albums with you. So if you are here for that today, if you enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I truly appreciate you. So, you guys ready? I'm ready. I have everything that I need. I have my sweet tea. Yes, you see that? Nice and frosty. Yes. I have some wonderful music, and I have you to share this with. Before we jump into it, I have a quick stat that I want to share with you that came from Music Biz World. It says over 66% of music listening in the US is now of catalog records rather than new releases. Now, what that says to me is that music never dies. Music never gets old. If it holds a special place in your heart for you, it is timeless. And there's always a new generation to find it, to explore it, to appreciate it. So that's why I enjoy these segments with you, where I get to share with you music that has been with me for a long time. So let's jump right into it. Again, I'm going to share 10, not my 10 favorites, but 10 more of my all-time favorite albums. So let's jump right into it. Coming up, the first one is from vocalist Mr. Jesse Powell and his self-titled debut album. Let me show it to you. Yes. Jesse Powell. Jesse Powell was such a dynamic vocalist. His voice was so powerful and so pure. And we saw this right from the jump on this particular album. It was released in 1996 on Silas MCA Records, and it just blew me away. It blew me away. I love this album to this day. It's filled with ballads and up-tempos, and he's able to do them equally well. And I was just blown away by his voice. It's truly magnificent. The songs on here are incredible, such like Spend the Night, I Will Be Loving You, and the incredible medley of the Enchantment songs, Gloria and It's You That I Need. Two incredible songs. I love the group Enchantment, and I'm so glad he put this on this release because his voice perfectly fits those two songs. Amazing. Another incredible song on this album is the song You, which is what he's mostly known for. That was his biggest hit. Little trivia though, the song is on this album, but he re-released it on his second album as a single. That's when it became a hit for him. It wasn't a hit on this first album, but on the second album, yes. But Jesse Powell, self-titled, amazing project, yes. All right, moving on. Next is Reverend Ernest Davis Jr. and the Willmington Chester Mass Choir and their album He's Preparing Me. Let me show it to you. Yes, Lord. This was released in 1990 on Atlanta International Records. I gotta tell you, my church choir and many church choirs in the city and around the country were singing so many songs from this particular album because it was just amazing from top to bottom. I would go to church hearing songs from this particular recording. Songs such as It's Mighty Nice to Be on the Lord's Side. Oh my goodness, everybody was singing that. Take It Away. Yes. What a mighty God we serve. And ain't that good news? But the stellar track, the standout track, is the title track, which is He's Preparing Me, which features the incomparable Mr. Daryl Coley. Absolutely amazing. They made some great albums, the Willmington Chester Mass Choir, and Reverend Ernest Davis Jr. passed away years ago. But this, for me, is their shining moment. Brilliant album. Let me show it to you one more time. He's Preparing Me. Absolutely. Definitely put that in your collection if you're a gospel music fan. All right, next up is hip-hop artist Kendrick Lamar and his album Good Kid, Mad City. Yes, indeed. This was released 2012 on Interscope Records. Now, during this time, I wasn't listening to a lot of hip-hop at all. I felt, that time was passing me by as far as the artists that were out at the time. I had my favorites from that I grew up with and all that, but I wasn't listening to a lot of hip-hop until my buddy Paul Griffin told me about Kendrick Lamar, and I paid attention to it and bought this album, and totally fell in love with his delivery, his sound, his lyricism. Just absolutely incredible. The two songs that are mostly known on this album are Don't Kill My Vibe and Swimming Pools, but it's brilliant from beginning to end. He restored my faith in hip hop with this single release, and I absolutely adore Kendrick Lamar. So let me show it to you one more time. Yes, Good Kid, Mad City. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. All right, so who do we have up next? Oh, yes, 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 yes. It is that time to do it. Yes, this is from dearly departed singer, songwriter, actress, model, Vanity, and her album Skin on Skin. Yes, Skin on Skin. This was released in 1986 on Motown Records. It is her second and final solo album. Of course, we know her from Vanity 6, and we know her from The Wild Animal. This album, Skin on Skin, was a great, great release. I love it on so many different levels. She showed some vocal maturity on this album and some musical maturity as well, with the singles Under the Influence, which was a top 10 hit, as well as the songs Romantic Voyage, Confidential, and the title track, Skin on Skin. She really sounded really good on this. She went from just sexy to sophisticated and sexy on this release. So I love Vanity. You know, people who know me know I love Vanity, and this was a great, great project. Not only the music, not only the how her voice got better, and she was really attempting to sing, because we know Vanity. She wasn't a great vocalist, but she was fun. But she put some effort into this release. But other than the music, the artwork on this album, it's just flawless. She looks amazing. The front cover, the back cover, beautiful. Look, just look. This, come on. This, what? Yeah, they did this in this. And I love this album, and I love Vanity, aka Denise Matthews, rest in peace. Yes, so gotta have that. All right, moving on is who we've been listening to in the background, and that is Miss Regina Belle and her album Lazy Afternoon. Let me show it. Yes, Lazy Afternoon. This was released in 2004 on Peak Records. It's her 7th album, and it's my favorite Regina Belle album. It's a combination of jazz and rhythm and blues, perfectly melded together. It's her jazziest album to date, and it was produced by George Duke and has some background vocals from the Perry sisters. So just those things right there, you know it's going to be something amazing. But she does some great interpretations of some classic tunes such as Fly Me to the Moon, her incredible reading of Moanin'. She does For the Love of You, and just really takes it there. She never sounded more free and passionate and committed to her vocals and the arrangement. Just, yeah, she did this. Regina, you did this album. But my favorite song on here is a song called There's a Love. I just love the feel of it, the move of it, how she sings it, and brilliant, brilliant. Lazy Afternoon. Add it to your collection. All right. Next up, we have singer, songwriter, musician. He has done so many genres of music. He's been influenced by a lot of different genres, and he has put that forth in his releases. And that is Van Morrison and his album Moondance. I'll show it to you. This was a deluxe edition, and there was a few deluxe editions of this album, but this is one of them. I love Van Morrison, and I have for a long time, since my early teenage years. This album was released in 1970 on Warner Brothers Records, and it's R&B, it's a touch of jazz here and there, it's pop, it's wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful. It has the songs in it Stone Me, Into the Mystique, Crazy Love, and of course Moondance, which is in my top 10 of all time favorite songs. Moondance, brilliant. So he recorded a lot of great albums, and again, so many different sounds, but this was his stellar moment. This is where, yeah, for me, I just loved this project. So Moondance, Van Morrison, absolutely. So let's move on. Up next, this musical chameleon right here, the self-titled debut album from Mr. Bobby McFerrin. Yes, you guys know this? Oh my goodness. Bobby McFerrin, he's a vocal genius because he can do absolutely anything he wants to with his voice. And he's covered so many genres of music, R&B, jazz, pop, classical, spaceman music, everything, right? And he he has done it brilliantly. You know, those who don't follow him only know him for Don't Worry, Be Happy, and he is so much more than that song. And this album is an example of that. It has some great songs like Dance With Me, his brilliant cover of Van Morrison's Moondance, a song called Sightless Bird, which is beautiful. And he has a duet with Phoebe Snow on the song You Really Got a Hold on Me. Great rendition of that. But Bobby McFerrin, again, he's gone so many different directions musically, and I absolutely love him. But this is one of the albums that I always go back to with Bobby. Yes, check it out. All right, it's time for a little funk. Just a little bit of funk, and that is from Parliament and their album, The Clones of Dr. Funkenstein. Here we go. Yes, indeed. Don't you just love that cover? Yes, this was released in 1976 on the Casablanca label, It's funky, it's soulful, it's fun, everything that Parliament was. I love this project. They had some great albums as well, but this one keeps me coming back. The songs Gaming on You, Children of Production, Do That Stuff, Everything is on the One. All amazing, all amazing. What I loved about Parliament, you know, of course, the musicianship, the songwriting, the songs themselves, all the different contributions of the musicians. I fell in love with the vocals of Glenn Goins. I wish his voice was more prominent on more of their albums when he was there, but his voice just took me to another place. It was soulful, it was gospel-y, it was just everything. But it's on this one, and the album is great. So one more time, Parliament, The Clones of Dr. Funkenstein. All right, next up, we have singer, songwriter, producer, musician, Mr. DeBarge, and his album Gemini. Yes, Gemini. This was released in 1989 on Motown Records. This is his second solo album. This is the one. This is the one that should have sent him into the stratosphere because it is amazing. You know, he was with DeBarge. They did sweet, soulful music, which was great. And on his first solo album, he carried that over just a little bit. But this time, he expanded his sound. It was a little funkier. It was more mature. It was cohesive. It was just everything. And this album, you know, it just solidified my love for DeBarge. The songs Somebody Loves You, that's, again, another one of my all-time favorite songs. It goes into the soundtrack of my soul. That's one of those songs. Also the single Real Love, which was a top 10 hit for him. Broken Dreams and Cross My Heart. Absolutely amazing. DeBarge, much respect to you. I love you, brother. You have released some great music. And Gemini, again, this is the one. Yes, indeed. All right, we're down to the last album, and it is from the Empress of Soul herself, the one and only, the incomparable, the beautiful, the talented Miss Gladys Knight, and her album Just For You. Yes, Just For You. This was released in 1994 on MCA Records. It was her fourth solo album, and she just reached back and just got some good old soul to put this one forth. It was warm, it was soulful, it was sincere, it was everything that we love about Gladys Knight. It had the songs Next Time, I'll Fall in Love If You Hang Around, Home Alone, oh my goodness, and her interpretation of Boyz II Men's End of the Road. Now Gladys, you know, throughout her career, she had a way of taking a song and interpreting it in her own unique way and putting a story with it, telling the story, and made it all her own. And I love you, Boyz II Men, but Gladys snatched this one from y'all. She really did. Amazing. Her voice is beautiful, but it's beautiful throughout the entire project. Gladys can do no wrong for me. She puts me in a wonderful space, and Just For You is an example of that wonderful space. So one more time, Gladys Knight, Just For You. All right, so those are 10 more of my all-time favorite albums. You guys know what to do. If you love any of them, like any of them, talk about them in the comments. Let me hear from you. Let's have a conversation. But like I said earlier in the video, music is timeless. Music does not get old. Keep it here. Keep it here. Yes, keep it here because it lasts forever. And I look forward to sharing 10 more at a later time of those albums that have gotten me over and gotten me through. All right? So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to have the sweet tea still nice and cold and enjoy some more music. But guys, I want you to remember, yes, remember, it's all about music. It's all about love. So until we meet again, I want you guys to be safe and take care of yourselves. All right? Much love to you. Peace.